Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Playtime, Liza P. In the last episode, my headphone batteries ran out, which meant the only mic I had was the crappy mic that's built into the PS5 controller. So I stopped recording, but recorded the gameplay footage because I found something interesting. Found another kind of riddle clue type thing, following a kind of wild goose chase type situation. That took me back to Elysian Boulevard, and the clue was to take down the puppet that was hanging from the bridge that we saw at the beginning of the game. When I did that, it said there was a note that said go to 221B Elysian Boulevard, which I found, and when I got there, after a while of searching, as you will have seen, I got a piece of quartz and an outfit. And just to point out that the reference to 221B is that Sherlock Holmes's address, which is perhaps a little nod to the Sherlock Holmes mystery series, which was probably published around about the same time as Pinocchio. I don't know. But that was quite interesting. Anyway, with the quartz, I was able to get an upgrade which gives me passive regen of my pulse cells when they're fully discharged, which means that you don't just have to hit enemies to get it to recharge, which might be nice when you get down to a crunch. Anyway, I also just went back to the original outfit and got a haircut, which you can apparently get. So now we're just going to proceed on with the main area past the swamp into what I believe is Krat Central Station, and also just to point out that the microphone may cut out again because I didn't get a chance to fully charge it, so I'm just going to play for as long as I can. Hopefully it'll be okay. So let's see what we've got. How do I get up there? Well, that's going to annoy me. I have to experiment a little bit. There's a passageway out the back. Maybe that's something we find later on. Just been one-shotting enemies in Elysian Boulevard, now back to this. It's the natural way games they're supposed to work, but I can hear an elite enemy. Damn it. Wasting my fail charge. Disgusting. still thinking about that piece of loot. Carcass. Half moonstone. Well, we're done with the moonstones now. Now we are in search of a full moonstone. Maybe this will lead me back to my precious loot. Yes, it does. Frayed notebook. Torn out journal with bloodstains. Golden wings are drawn on the cover. Do not forget destroying the Saintess statue. That's where we get respecs. I had to stop it from being used for humans. Of course, they'll find another way. But at least those who escape will find freedom. If I have any regrets, just one. God save that child. I came from across the wide ocean. Across the wide ocean. Golden wings, well, maybe that's something we should recognise. I'm trying to determine who wrote this. Like, Geppetto comes to mind because it's like, maybe it's about creating Pinocchio, but I don't know. Anyway, main thing is, I found the loot. Puzzle solved. Satisfaction. That's ominous. Oh, decay. Alright, let's get some attribute stuff on. I bought some attribute resistant ampoules from a merchant. Ah, Krat Central Station, where the whole adventure began. But this is obviously a much more sinister area than the one we encountered at the very start. Harder enemies, decay everywhere. Bloody letter. Train ticket to St. Marion. Surgery of bloodstains. How grotesque. Fighting grotesque monsters and trains reminds me of Resident Evil 0, beginning stage. Oh. Heard some sort of flamethrower type sound.
Did you feel that? An ergo amplification effect coming from Krat Central Station. I wonder if the alchemists are plotting something again. Please investigate that area.
Right. So get our heals back. Don't need to go back and see those other enemies again. But now the area proper starts. Krat Central Station. Ooh. wonder how this connects to the starting area. These enemies don't appear to be puppets, so I might put on my amulet for carcasses. And at this point, if it's not a puppet, I'll put that on even if it's a carcass or not. Let's just check over here. Suspect this isn't progression. Alright, so we unlock that later. Although, we can go down there. Let's just explore the upper area before we make the leap down. Oh, I don't like the look of that at all. Big enemies, decay everywhere. That's where I think where I came in, maybe. Yes, because the enemies are respawned. There's the pustule thing that takes away the... That sorted him out. Didn't touch me once. Right, I need to get this again. Oh, I forgot to check that amulet that we picked up back in the Barren Swamp from that puppet enemy. Oh, good quartz. The other quartz upgrade, damn it, other quartz upgrade thing that I selected, like the category into which my boons are going, was perfect guard, induces stagger. It hasn't activated yet, but I'm guessing, well, once I get 2 more quartz it will, but I'm going to check that amulet now. I can't remember what it was called, but I'll know it when I see it. No. Leaping amulet, that was the one. Increases max stamina. Well, I don't know, quite happy with my stamina and my amulets. Now I'm guessing the drop down from over there is just down to here. So we'll just continue down this way. I mean, I should really have checked that more thoroughly. Ooh. Yeah. Oh. I did him the courtesy of trying to evade him, and he attacks me anyway. Rude. It's unclear to me where I go now. Ah, here we go. Check around here for anything. going on now? Ooh, what is going on here? Satisfying. Still haven't tried a shortcut. Maybe I should equip one. I'll use one of these, see how much it charges. Not very much at all. Shot part. Let's put it where this was. Shot part. Strike damage. So that's for stagger. Oh, more of this. That is something like something out of Resident Evil. I wonder if... Let's deal with the shortcut. Let's activate the shortcut before we take on Mr. Elite. Yeah, so that's back to the Stargazer. Let's see if I can take this guy on. I'm going to equip the shot put here because it'll be easier to throw. Let's see how it works. Oh. Some thermite. So this is progression, clearly. Let's hope that guy doesn't respawn anyway. So I just used 3 shot puts out of 3. No more left. Actually, since decay is in this area, I will make sure my grindstone is equipped. My grinder is equipped because with decay your weapons can degrade to nothing, and then if it breaks I don't know what happens. Like, it might be a case of you've lost it forever, which would be absolute disaster. Let's see if Mr. Baddies has respawned. He has respawned. Well, that is most disappointing. Oh no! Oh. I was not expecting that to happen. $8,000 ergo on the line. I will protect it. And I shall run past these baddies. Oh my god. Jesus. Actually, this is what happened the last time. The K got me. What's going on? Oh, my weapon! I've already dealt with this guy once. I'm not doing it again. It's a pain in the neck. Although I think there was another wee bit to go down. No, don't die, don't die. No, I've got the wrong... I hate how that happens. Like, the heal should be a preset button, and you have to select otherwise if you want to do otherwise. Well, this is where I came up from. What am I doing? Right, this has been a fucking disaster. I'm gonna go back to the Stargazer and just run past all that shit and get down, because it just takes up too much health to deal with that guy. Oh, how irritating. Oh my god. Actually, I've got enough to level up, I think. Almost. I'm going to level up vitality, another point. So I need just under 3,000, 2,700. So 1, 2, that'll do. Go. Oh, shit. Where's the thing? God damn it. Should be something to remove that status. There it is. Deliberately hidden. Boy, this does not look good. Trapped. I don't think the game should be so badly designed as to trap you like that when you're in the middle of a fight. On. Murderer puppets opulence. Well, that better be good because that was intense. I mean, it wasn't really actually too hard in the end, but that trapping bit got me all riled up. So, murderer puppets amulet. Increases damage inflicted on humans. Well, that sounds like it'll be useful for later on. I suspect that guy, Simon Manus, that we met, he seemed like a potential character we have to face, possibly even like a final boss. I think he's like the head honcho of the alchemists. No way to test how much extra damage it does, but at least we've got an amulet for 3 different types of enemy now: human, carcass, and puppet. Puppet being probably the most typical enemy that we would find. Carcass in this area. Right, we'll deal with that in a minute. Let's just have a look around here. All sorts of ways to go at the moment. Let's just see what was back here first. Right, so this is a blocked off pathway. Because obviously someone who can go around killing monsters is unable to scale a few boxes or just remove them. Oh, there's a chest there. I want it. Obviously I have to work our way around there. So this is no more. I tell you, the Flamberge Legion arm is doing some work on these guys. Let's check the time. Half an hour. So once we get to the next kind of natural progression point, let's wrap things up. Now, I reckon that's progression up there, but I want to just check what's inside this ominous train door. I perfected the greatest puppet. Now that child again. Is this right? Is this the start of the game? This must be the start of the game. Except now it's full of monsters. Yeah, and that's where we picked up our initial weapons. Came out here. Didn't have that massive monster boss. I would have remembered that. Right, and obviously we proceeded up that way, but now there's unfortunately some boxes in the way, so we can't proceed on. But we've got this ladder, so this is presumably where we go next. Wait a minute. This looks like the start area again. No, it's not. I don't want to leave here until I get that chest. And this one looked. Maybe you come back to it from a different angle, a different place. Doesn't appear to be any way to get there right now. Yeah, it must be a place you get to later on. Okay, it's a path down there. And this looks like another shortcut, although I can't actually think off the top of my head where this comes out. I can't think where this is. Oh, it's just right here. I must have missed that when I was walking past it before. Legion arm is great now. Didn't like it at first, but now I do. Right, I think this is a good place to wrap up because there could be a lot of stuff to deal with as in the next bit area, but we seem to have made some good progress with that elite guy. Well, there's a couple of elite guys, but that big elite guy. So pleased with that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.